The storm had been raging all night, a symphony of howling winds and relentless rain against my apartment window. It was the kind of night where you could easily lose yourself in the chaos outside, imagining monsters lurking just beyond the glass. But as the storm finally died down in the early hours, leaving only the occasional drip of water from the eaves, I was jolted awake by a familiar tapping on my window. At first, I brushed it off as remnants of the weather, but when I heard it again, and again, I realized it was far too deliberate. With each series of taps, I began to discern a pattern, one that eerily spelled out my name in Morse code. I felt a chill crawl up my spine. The storm had passed, but my fear was just beginning. Desperate to dismiss my unease, I flicked on the light and peered outside. My apartment was on the 3rd floor, and there was no fire escape, just a sheer drop to the alley below. As I strained my eyes in the dim light, I saw nothing amiss. Yet, the tapping resumed, insistent and measured, as if whatever was out there was growing impatient. My phone buzzed with a notification, the sudden sound making me jump. It was a message from my sister, who lived across the country, asking if I was okay. It struck me as odd. She rarely texted at this hour. I hesitated, then quickly typed a reply, trying to ignore the tapping just beyond the glass. The tapping continued relentlessly, and my sister's text seemed to open a floodgate. Messages poured in from friends and family, each asking if I was alright. Panic tightened its grip on me as I tried to call my sister, but the line was dead. I felt isolated, trapped in my own apartment with something that knew me intimately enough to spell out my name. I was about to throw open the window, desperate to confront whatever was taunting me, when I noticed a reflection in the glass. Behind me, in the dim light of my apartment, stood a shadowy figure, its eyes locked onto mine. My breath caught in my throat, and I spun around, my heart pounding, but the room was empty. In that moment of terror, the tapping stopped, replaced by a soft, mocking laughter that seemed to echo from every corner of the room. I realized then that whatever had been outside was now inside, and it knew me better than I knew myself. My phone buzzed once more, a final message from my sister: "Don't listen to the whispers, they know how to get in." As the laughter grew louder, I understood with chilling clarity that the storm had only been a prelude, a distraction to mask the true horror that had silently slipped into my life.